What's up, friends, foes, and subbies? Here with a quick Nature Boy update. Did I watch the video yet? Nope, but I'm about to with y'all. Guys, I've been wondering what's going on with the wives, and I noticed that the main one, the one that I thought would never leave Nature Boy, is gone. Queen Malia, guys. She's been gone for a few months. I thought maybe she'd be back by now. I don't know. Guys, not that I wish that she comes back. I hope that she stays away, just like Aya. Y'all. Aya staying away, she was his ride or die. But as you know, things change, especially when people wake up. And the last two standing, I pray that they wake up soon. Let's check out this update together and see what's going on with Nature Boy. Listen, I don't know if I spoke too soon, but this was posted on October 9th, and they're in a tent. And if you guys know, the last standing are living in a tent. So I'm not sure if Queen Malia is back and she's just not in this particular video, but I pray to God that she's at home with her family. If anyone happens to know, please let me know down below.
But don't put your happiness on hold. You'll keep chasing and chasing until you're old.
Peace reflections. Today we've been wanting to talk about a few things that we thought about, and that we thought would be important to bring to the public attention. Facts. About Nature Boy's case, Eligio Bishop's case, the many names we know him as. So one thing that we did notice that during the trial was the plea offerings that the prosecution offered to Eligio Bishop. So the first initial plea that was offered was this one here, and we're going to pull this up on the camera. Yes. So the charges is rape, false imprisonment, and 3 counts of revenge porn. In this first offer, for the first charge, the rape charge, you see it says nolle prosse. Nolle prosse means
the case is dropped.
Right. It means unwilling to prosecute, which is a dismissal of the charge. So in this first plea offering to Eligio Bishop, to Nature Boy, they dropped the rape charge. Now, I don't know what and who in the world would drop a rape charge on somebody who actually raped somebody. So they're offering to drop the rape charge because essentially they know that he didn't rape anybody.
Exactly.
We have the videos. They've seen the videos. One of our previous lawyers made sure that those videos were heard amongst the court. And she told us that one of the videos had over 100 views just from the people in the court dynamic and administration listen to it. So they are fully aware that he didn't rape anybody, which is why they offered to drop the rape charge. It's not about Nature Boy committing a crime or raping somebody, or whether he false imprisoned somebody. They don't care about that. They wanted to send him to jail. In the first detective interview before even trial and court was talked about, the detective said that he needs to go to prison. These are what these detectives said. We have the affidavit, the false arrest warrants that they wrote, where they said he forced himself. She never said that. She when she seen the rape charge, she said he didn't even rape me. He didn't rape me. What?
And
they had to convince her.
Based off that Rolling Stones interview, which is new discovered evidence.
We discovered that after trial, which is key information to even prove our point and prove the malicious prosecution even further. And we even have the T emailing the detectives, an online critic before this whole case even happened, whose agenda has been to try to get Nature Boy arrested. And these who the detectives were working with.
Exactly.
That has been the main goal for them, just to get him locked up. And a lot of men get locked up and go into jail because of these plea bargains and accepting these plea deals.
Yes, within America, United States of America, 90% of convictions are guilty because of the fact that they gave them a plea deal. So these black men and even black women are incarcerated, and the prosecutor or even their own lawyer comes to them like, hey, we have a deal. How about we give you 7 years? In Eligio's case, it was 7 years rather than facing life. But he's like, I ain't do nothing. I'm innocent. I have evidence proving my innocence. No, I'm denying this. This is the first initial plea deal that they gave him.
It says total sentence 20 to 7 years in custody and balance on probation.
Exactly.
Rape charge dropped. False imprisonment 10 to 7 years, and then they have 5 years for each of the videos that was posted.
Right. And we have evidence for all of these claims of charges showing that this was false. 97% of these Black Americans are being imprisoned and pleading guilty for things that they may have not even done because they're scared to even take it to trial because of things that happened. For our case example, for our chief, he is an innocent being, and we have evidence. These plea deals are accepted widely from Black Americans and brown Latinos because of the fact that they're scared to take it to trial. They're coercing people to plead guilty because of the fact that they think that they have no way to win this trial.
And look at the sentence, the decision and the choice they have to make. It's like plead guilty and get this little bit of time, or say I'm innocent, which I am, but I'm susceptible to have life in jail.
Exactly.
So it's like people are going to take that. A lot of people are going to take the plea, but the thing about Chief is that he stood on his innocence. He stood on it the whole time. Even after he was convicted, he said that I forgive you. I'll see you in the end, because he knew. He's seen, we all know that he's innocent, and because he's going through this, he already knew that this was for a higher purpose. So he just like, I forgive you,
because he understands the bigger picture of it. And the fact that we have evidence proving his innocence, and it's not even on our behalf to prove our innocence as a defense, it is on the states to prove the guilty of the one that they're saying they're going to convict, and they have not proven nothing but fed lies from these affidavits and case notes and search warrants. That's the reason why Elijah was even arrested in the first place, because they had written false statements that the alleged victim, the accuser, never stated. We even put the whole transcript of the detective interview in ChatGPT and asked, has the word rape ever been said in this interview? And she said 0 times has it been mentioned. So if you're going to a detective and saying, this person did this to me, this is all in my heart, I'm about to tell you that initially. But instead, her mind for the initial police report was on prohibition, nudes, being electronically transmitted on the internet. That's the original reason why she went out there.
And she actually mentions that in the detective interview. She said, this is the reason why I'm filing this report.
Exactly.
It's because of the Twitter post. So there's so many things and ways that show Nature Boy's innocence. I feel like during that time, during Three God and the art that we was creating, a lot of people took it out of context and used that to fuel the negative image that they were already putting out. But if you looked at us before, even that art that we did during that time, way before, we was already teaching the knowledge. We were in the jungle. They just dismissed all the other things, and this is why this case truly happened. Not because of no rape or false imprisonment, because everything was live and online. It's because Nature Boy is a threat to Babylon, is a threat to the system. You see, them calling him a cult leader during trial, the entire time they're blasting Eligio Bishop, polygamous cult leader. To put in the subconscious, to put in the subconscious of all black men and black women, to keep them sleep, put in their mind and say, don't you go trying to start your own cults. Don't you go trying to start polygamy and having all these multiple women. We're going to give you life plus 10 years without the possibility of parole, just because somebody said something, but actually they didn't say anything. So that was the whole thing of this, that Chief, Nature Boy, Eligio Bishop was a threat to this system. Because you see, a cult is simply a world, and Chief, the only reason why this name cult has a bad stigma, because of what different people has done within certain cults that have been formed, like Jim Jones and the other stuff, that put a bad connotation on a cult. But there's nothing wrong with a cult. A cult is just a culture, a new world. A nation is what we were building
under belief systems.
Exactly. A different jurisdiction outside of America. And if it's outside of America, they look at that as, what? And it's a black man? Oh no. oh no, we got to stop it. He has all these women that want to be with him. People are having children within this nation and world that he's making. It was just a threat.
Yes. Because people were leaving jobs.
People leaving jobs.
I left my job
I left
at school
exactly.
to come into Eligio's life and say, hey, I'm going to serve you. I'm going to give all of my gifts and talents that I would have gave a job in Babylon, but I'm going to give that to you
my
in the
higher
tropics.
Self. In actuality, absolute truth. And this is what Chief teaches. It's truth. It's not some type of voodoo magic. He speaks, the word he speaks is absolute truth. We believe that he is the return of the Christ and he is God. Which is why we are still here today. We aren't brainwashed. Nature Boy is in isolation right now. We are doing this on our own because we truly believe.
Absolutely.
The others got scared. But you see, the system, they came as like this big bully. You know, even in trial, they're like, oh, cult leader. He's a cult leader. He's manipulative. He's this. He's that. No, he's just speaking truth. And when you hear truth, you resonate to it.
Yeah.
You respect it. You know? So these charges weren't even mainly discussed during the trial. The main thing in trial that was discussed is he's a cult leader.
And that
manipulative.
actually,
he thinks he's God.
Yeah, and that actually goes against one's constitutional right. If you think about it, if we're thinking about law and we're holding ourselves to these morals and principles, we should be able to understand the First Amendment is freedom of religion. So I can believe whatever I want. I can believe that Eligio is God. I can believe that a tree is God, as long as I'm not harming anyone or anything, and not anyone was harmed. There is no blood. There is no harming to anybody in these times. No matter what people try to make up in their head to put things together, from trolls online that's collecting videos and sending them to the police, to have cops raid the home all the time and SWAT us. But in reality, no matter what, Eligio has stood on truth and has stood on morals. And we would expect that the nation of the United States of America would stand on those same morals and principles that they so-called pledge allegiance to.
But you know what? Offering a plea deal automatically goes against your morals, because if somebody really raped somebody and you offer to drop a rape charge,
right,
I don't want to be a part of a system or a world or a jurisdiction of that nature, because that's just not right.
It isn't.
That's why we left that system. That's why we left Babylon. This is why Chief is the return of the Christ. He is the Messiah to show us, hey, you don't have to rely on money. You don't have to rely on this government. You don't have to rely on this white man. You don't have to rely on this comfort and convenience of Babylon. This is why the government is shut down, because that world is over. That is the old world. Chief is ushering in this new world of oneness, of truth, absolute truth and actuality.
And that is why he is in the lowest levels of hell right now, which is the prison system. He's with all black men. He's understanding the struggle of every black man in America when it comes to his woman betraying him, when it comes to him being locked up and done dirty and treated like a nigga, when he's trying to be a dominant black man and be a ruler, the God-given ruler of this world. And the fact that he's fighting against the system by himself, against a whole matrix based off lies, and has given his people a way out, shows that he is the truth, the way, and the light. Because for us to still be here and still be speaking truth, you can debate anything when it comes to character, but you can never debate our knowledge. You can never debate the facts that comes to this case. That's one thing people never want to get into, not on trial, and not when it comes to trolls and people that disagree with what we believe in, is the facts of the matter. You can believe subjectively whatever you want to believe and have your opinions, but the truth is the truth is the truth, no matter what you may want to believe. And that's how we get into these different belief systems of Christianity and Islam, and these things are distracting us and just coddling us into a sleep. We have to realize and wake up that God is a living, breathing, waking black man and woman, and we must become one again. You are seeing that come, and he is in the lowest state because he has to rise from the muck. He has to rise from the darkness to the light to show you, hey, I made it out. I'm the way. I'm showing you how to get out of this mess, out of this hell state of mind. And through this time he has been incarcerated, he's not incarcerated. I can tell you, because I've witnessed him every single day for the past 3 years. His spirit is the same. Consistently giving motivation and truth and knowledge and wisdom to not only me, Ephru, but also the men inside those prison jails.
People from when he was in the DeKalb just messaged me the other day like, yo, 3, I need your help. I need you. Where you at? Like, he's always looking out for people. He's always been that person to help people and look out, look out for people.
Them. Exactly. And so it's only our duty to do that back for our chief in this time, because a lot of people fled out of fear. And I'm glad to see that I have 2 other sisters with me that hold on to truth no matter what. And we would do anything for our king. And you will see the rise of Eligio, because everything is coming to us. Like Goddess Ephru said earlier, the system has shut down.
The government is shut down.
Coming back.
Donald Trump is the last president.
It is.
The system is done.
So joy to the world, for the king has come.
Okay. And he's going to be released very soon. And when he gets released, we're going to be building. Because right now, the reason why the government is shut down is because within the government and within the Congress and the judicial system, they're fighting right now. There's a lot of things they can't agree on. So a lot of the times when people are speaking truth and they become a target, that's not happening right now. They have too much going on in the government. It's just too much going on. And it's never going to be the same again. This is why Chief said, Babylon time's up. Told you, my nigga, we came into the jungle just to remind us. We didn't make that song for no reason. He said those things, and those things are happening. And what is happening now is very deep and spiritual for the people who are chosen and aware to see what's really going on.
Facts.
And so the main point of this video was to just say, Chief did not accept these plea deals. He said no. A lot of these people, his trial was right there with Young Thug. I think Young Thug accepted the plea deal.
Absolutely.
A lot of men don't just want to stick through it and stick through that fight and say no to the devil. Say no to the lie, because the devil is a lie. So if the devil is a lie, that means God is truth. So he stood on that, and that's respectable. You have to respect them no matter what image that has been put out there or what he brought out of you. If he hurt your feelings, if we hurt your feelings, you have to respect the truth.
That honor. That's honorable.
At the end of the day,
yes,
he always stands on it, and he's beating this system. He did it before, and he's doing it again.
Facts.
And he's standing right here by his side.
Facts.
Continuing the mission. Go to our YouTube. We're going to be constantly putting out these teachings,
yes,
to help people, because a lot of people are being evicted. The rent is going up. It's so much going on. So follow our YouTube for the teachings. We're going to be vlogging, showing y'all our lifestyle, and just how Chief has inspired and impacted us during this time. And 3 is free. We're so grateful for him.
I'm thankful. I love myself.
I love myself.
So guys, what do you think about this update? Do you think that Nature Boy has a chance of getting out? Do you guys think that these 2 are going to finally wake up one day, or are they gone? Anyhow, I will be keeping up as much as I can. I'll catch you on the next one.